Developing a doctrinal synthesis requires interaction with not only the scriptures, but also commentaries and theological and historical works. Using the powerful library, tools, and search capabilities in Logos will help you do this effectively and efficiently. For example, if we wanted to prepare a statement explaining and defending the doctrine of inspiration, we could start by getting a general introduction to the topic using the fact book, which you will find in the second column under the Tools menu. Simply type inspiration, select the appropriate item from the drop-down menu, and in a couple of seconds, you will be given key passages related to our topic, great articles from your reference works giving you an overview of this topic in the scriptures, journal articles, and even a few key articles from the books in your library. Now, as we observe this information, we notice that 2 Timothy 3:16 is a key text that we need to explore about our topic, and we can do that by simply returning back to the home page and entering our verse into the search bar. Once you've entered your verse, simply click Go. In a matter of seconds, Logos gives us an immense amount of information on this verse. On the left-hand side, a passage guide has been created for us that allows us to quickly interact first with our commentaries. With a simple click, you will notice that our commentaries open in the bottom center of the workspace so that we can quickly see what scholars and theologians have said about our passage. Next, we have cross-references related to our text, and then the powerful ancient literature section, which allows us to discover how the church fathers, apostolic and later, interacted with our text and dealt with similar topics. With a simple click, we could be reading exactly what Tertullian said as he quoted this passage, explaining the inspiration of Scripture. Then we have parallel passages. Next, we have systematic theologies, which will search through all the systematic theologies in our library and show us how 2 Timothy 3:16 has been used to defend various doctrines related to categories like bibliology. With a simple click, we can find these articles and even compare the writings of different denominations as they've used this text to defend their beliefs. The next section is biblical theologies, which in a similar way will help us understand how our text fits into the greater themes that run throughout the scriptures, also related to things like bibliology and the inspiration of Scripture. The last section I want to mention is called confessional documents because this will allow us to interact with various creeds and confessions that have been written historically and even modern day that have appealed to this passage in defense to key doctrines, once again, like bibliology or our view of the scriptures. The biblical text is in the top center, and with a simple click or hover, we can actually go deeper into the original languages also. In the top right, you'll see that the information box is giving us a comparison of how different versions of the Bible have translated the original language. Next, the word information section is giving us powerful information related to what the original language is, and not only that, but Logos is pronouncing the word and giving us information about the parsing or usage of that word in this context. If we want to go deeper and do an exhaustive word study, we simply need to click the word study graph next to the lemma or lexical form, and instantly Logos will run a Bible word study guide for us, giving everything that we need to understand this word in the passage. If studying the original languages is helpful for your research, do not forget about the exegetical guide also created in the upper left-hand corner. This guide will allow you to go even further in your study of the original languages, even providing you with information related to text-critical issues related to the passage that you are studying. Last, searching your Logos library will provide you with even more ability to interact with exegetical and theological works. To do this, simply open a search panel by clicking the magnifying glass in the top left. Make sure that you are using the basic search and that you are searching all text in all of your resources, or in other words, all the books in your library. From here, we can even choose to search a certain category of our books or a specific book. To begin, let's type inspiration into the search field. When we hit enter, Logos finds every article in our library that discusses the topic of inspiration. How about modifying our search by adding the words support or defense? Now we're finding articles that are specifically dealing with a support or a defense for the doctrine of inspiration. If from here I want to search less books, maybe I specifically want to search the books in my library that have been tagged church history or church-history, I can simply now search all of those books. Or from here, search just a specific book like the History of Christian Church. And with a simple click, I'm finding all the articles that deal with the defense of inspiration within that one specific book. Now, as I begin to click on these articles, it's important for you to understand that you can use the Resource Information button in the top right to quickly access citation information, or simply copy and paste right from the text into your article or your paper. Not only will you have your quotation, but at the very bottom you'll see that Logos has even created footnotes for you according to the format you selected in program settings. And this is how we write an effective doctrinal synthesis using the power of Logos Bible software.